I know people go turbo crazy when they see the Daredevil TV show and start twisting their nipples in excitement because that TV show is probably Marvel at its best. But now that Daredevil is in the hands of Disney, people are whining like Amber Heard about it potentially being too silly. But the reality is that, for me, I hope it gets silly. I hope it gets more ridiculous than Sony re-releasing Morbius into theaters. Because if we're getting comics where Daredevil eats people, then that will be true comedy. And that's exactly what happens in the Shadowland comic series. But before we start, let me give you some context. So according to Master Izo, Daredevil is now in charge of the criminal organization known as the Hand. His job as the new leader is to turn everyone in that group to the light and protect people from harm, violence, and TikTok. But the Hand grabbed him by the balls and made him their puppet by making him act as a vessel for darkness and exposed him to not the heart of the Hand but the beast of the Hand. Moving forward, multiple Marvel heroes venture off to stop this thumbtack from spreading darkness all over New York, and they're doing a pretty nifty job. Spider-Man is slinging his webs, Elektra is putting on a show, Luke Cage is pinning him down, the whole shebang. And Elektra is doing the classic, "Oh, resist the pain, you weak peanut. Come back to your friends, Matt. Come back to me." But Matt was tired of being tossed around like a horny rag doll and transformed instantly into the beast. Anyways, the city has turned into a Fortnite battle royale because everyone is killing each other thanks to the Hand spread of darkness. Meanwhile, however, Matt's best friend Foggy, who is probably more dumb than the people who run on a football pitch, decide to climb a wall to get into the fortress the Hand is residing, but fell. But lucky for this fart nugget, Ghost Rider saved him, and he was ready to find Daredevil now. He found the fortress and broke into the building with his Hot Wheels, but out of nowhere, Daredevil gave Ryder a toe to the eye socket and knocked him back. But he wasn't going to stand down, so he started puking out fire like a dragon, which Matt gracefully showers in. Now Ryder is done for, and rightfully so, because Daredevil picked him up and swallowed him whole like a banana, draining every last flame on his bones. He goes back to the fortress and notices White Tiger brought forth a man for him to kill, and he was more excited to kill him than me when I found out they're making a Peter Pan horror movie. Matt picked him up and was ready to kill him, until he was caught off guard that he was maybe killing his friend. Anyways, the heroes were getting ready to strike while he was distracted, and Iron Fist had his fist loaded and roided up with a bunch of chi. So he speared through the air and bulldozed Daredevil. Now the reality is that this wasn't supposed to hurt him. In fact, it was meant to heal him, because the chi acts as a light force and forces someone to look at life from a different perspective. And this placebo did exactly that. When the Beast and Matt Murdock were suddenly fighting for control over the body, but the cringe was so strong, Matt started crying through his damn mask and asked Elektra to kill him. And that's exactly what she did. He took Matt into a dark place in his thoughts, which consists of his mother and father ridiculing and making him feel self-pity. Elektra just pops up out of nowhere and tells Matt that the Beast is using his fears against him to control Matt. Like, no shit, ding dong, didn't see that coming. And predictably, Matt was scared, so Elektra told him to be a man and unalive himself. Then Matt suddenly turned into an adult, pointed the sword he was given towards him, and then suddenly got a suit, then sent a steak knife through his heart, and died. And just like that, the entire rampage in New York was gone. And in classic comic book fashion, the heroes reluctantly celebrate their victory, look out into their cesspool of a city, turned around, and just see Daredevil disappear. Not a single goofy goober had their eye on this chuckle nut. Like, what the fuck? And yeah, that's about it. Subscribe and I'll see you later.